Alright, let's get started, you guys. Alright, we're ready to go. So, I haven't recorded in some time. I actually even wrote from my last Photoshop video that I would record yesterday. I didn't get time, and now we even are a lot of time, so I'm just going to quickly go over our next Photoshop project. So I want to finish the project off by Tuesday itself. I'm going to explain what it is, so you know what we're doing, right? Okay, we've been going through scaling, big and small, doing some levitations, all that kind of stuff. Well, we have our next project here now. So let me just turn that off for a second, and let me go ahead and find the file that I want to show you, alright? And the file is uh, over here. Let me just go ahead and find the file. Right. Alright. So what it is we're adding like parts to our body. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take arms and legs, and we're gonna replace them with some other stuff. So normally people like to replace them with animal body parts, but the thing is, people just like to do animals all over again. And I have a lot of good examples of animals I'm gonna show you, but don't do an animal. Because animals, they are. Alright, so let me see what we have. So yeah, I was just saying that, guys, not to do animal because people just do it all over again. So let's look at it. Alright, so here it is, the file. Alright. Alright, I have now downloaded the file. Alright. Looks like I've downloaded it twice for some reason. Anyway, it's loading. Alright. Let's see. Alright, here they are. Let's see. Yeah, I have downloaded this twice. Let's see. View. Let's see. How am I going to? That's how. Alright. Alright. There we go. Now I can present it. Alright. Just give me one quick sec. No, there we go. So now the PowerPoint's loaded up. There we go. Oh, I wonder what happened. You guys are still there, right? Didn't I mention to keep you guys there? Alright, we'll just do this. It'll allow me to, at least. Hopefully, anyway. What happened here? You know, let's just do it like this, okay? No need to present, because when I present, it will do that. Alright, so here we go. So, it's human augmentation, basically, so we're going to add some parts to us. Alright, so here's the first example, alright, right over here. And maybe I can change it. Primary monitor from beginning. There we go, now we can almost present it. There we go. So human augmentation ad. So let's look at the first one here. So here it looks like they brought the moon down. This one isn't really a good example. Looks like we have some rope over here. If you guys can see it, but there's rope right over here. And then this rope is attaching to this lady who has a spoon head. But again, not the best example. You can kind of see this lining out over here from this kind of shadow, I would say. And it doesn't look that good. But again, she tried, I guess, to make a good example, I guess. But again, I want to let's get the next one. So here, this is a really good example, except they flipped it. So what they did was they took a picture of a flower and added a human face to it, which looks like we take a human picture. You guys can add the flower to it, okay? But you just have to do the human parts. Actually, maybe you guys have seen animations where they just add something like this and just make it human. I don't know. So what they did was the exact opposite. It's a good picture and they tried, but we were looking for the exact opposite. And again, I said no animals for a reason. This one, oh my gosh. You know, it looks just pretty blurred, you know, like this line, and then you just got this sticking out. It doesn't even look like it's stacked on. It's like it's just leaning on the side, you know. I think they're trying to show some scary attacks. So they try to use tools. We got a boom box over here, a scary mask holding a brush, and this is they're holding the shovel, I see, and then they have this hammer leg. But again, you can kind of see that kind of lining out, and this is just like this. It doesn't make pretty much sense, so it's not a really good example. This one looks really, really, you might say good, you might say bad, but one thing you may notice is whenever you're doing this, whenever you're like wanting to change something in your head, will it ever look like it's a mask when you just put it on top of you? This doesn't look much like a mask. Again, you can kind of look at the shadows, just so an okay job, I would say. But again, they are dynamo, you guys can't. This one. This one basically doesn't even look like you know, these just look like stuffed animals, and then they're wearing it on their faces, right? This looks like they're having some sort of birthday party, but again, it's like they got this and then they're just wearing it. And the look at this, just look at this. You know, the cutouts aren't that good either. All of them, they just look like they put it on their face and then they just put it in Photoshop. And that's it. They didn't really do much. So this one doesn't look that good. This one, well, at least they're trying. So this one was a almost close example as to what. So we have this driveway where here he has a steering wheel on his back. So, yeah, and it looks like look at his shadow over here. If he's facing this way and his shadow's coming out that way, and then we have this over here. Just doesn't seem that right, does it? All right, you gotta look at it from a different perspective as well. Why is my body sinking down? It should be not all the way down, all the way, not all the way up. There we go. Now my health is correct. So, I mean, at least you tried. This was an healthy example. This one, I mean, I think they're trying to show it the panther claws, I guess, but oh well. This one, I mean, yeah, they're trying to use gizmos and gears, I guess, but I'm not gonna do good. Gizmos and gears holding this, the cutouts, this one makes me laugh because it just looks like they just either they took pencils and pens, they just stick in their fingers, and then it kind of blurs. It doesn't mesh perfectly together. So, and see how it's just kind of sticking out. It's not even the full finger. I mean, they tried, but do they really though? This one, eh, this one is a little weird, with all those cliche and all these princesses and all that kind of stuff. It's some garbage, I think. And this is a forest, and this is an alright example. So I think they're trying to show them having wings, but uh, this one, the wings don't even look like they're attached to the body. Okay, the way she's bent and curved and twisted, they look straight. They should also be curved and twisted, right? You may say the lighting, but the lighting's fine. She's trying to hold that, but not a good example. Yeah, and I think the best ones are actually animals. You just can't do them. Here we have a couple bees, and looking out and just kind of hanging around over there. But, yeah, this one's a little bit better than okay, but not somewhere there. I mean, the blurs, the shadows, yeah. This one is, I mean, I don't know what to say about this. So you have these, like, cooking pots or tools, whatever, and then the blurs is one thing, but like just look at how she is, okay? She's just holding them out, right? And I don't know what to say about this. And then like the tilt, I guess, are they even curved or what? Is she even bending? This one is probably one of the worst. I mean, just look at this. You might say, hey, well, alright, they tried something, but for example, the spoon, we can see some of her hair coming out, and they're so skinny. I mean, look at it. After they applied this effect, it looked pretty bad. I mean, this one was actually really good. Again, animals, you just can't do animals, okay? You can't do them. But really good example, right? This one, we're having a little tea party again. Okay, just make sure that we can kind of see some of the hair right over there, but just make sure it's not like you're just sticking it on your face. And you're wondering how are these even the pictures? Can remember these have to be your own pictures. I don't think you can just go and search up and download them. They have to be your own pictures basically. So if you see some technology or some tool you might want to use, and you can just add it in. This one is again one of the worst as well. All it looks like there's this iPhone and someone took a picture of your face and instead of fixing it, it just looks like they put their iPhone a little bit in front so you can't even see their face. The shadows not even sticking together, one of the worst. I mean like, I don't know, but this one was actually pretty okay. Maybe the shadows could have been fixed in the overlapping from the neck, but other than that, this one's really good. Okay, this one thing I would say is I get it. This one's really good, a light bulb head, the lighting's okay, I guess, for this. I mean, you guys can't do grayscale, all right? I mean, this person did, but I'm just saying you can't. But regardless of the grayscale and the shadows and everything looks pretty clean. The light bulb, the only one thing that's being bugged is the eyes. And I get it, he's trying to show like the light bulb eyes, but if you fixed it, this would have been pretty good, light bulb head, okay? We don't need to show eyes in the face. This looks something that could have been a horror movie, but you know, I think this might be the last one. So here we're just looking at a couple of people, sitting on a table, like eating some dinner, I guess. Again, alright example. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the tools are coming in from the clothes. So it just looks like, they found a hole, and so they just took a couple of clothes, and then, they put their body in, and then it just looks like that. And then, so first they took a picture of the clothes when they weren't wearing it, then they wore it and everything, and then it looked like they added the tools and the whole picture of that, but probably tired at least. This one, alright, gosh. Alright, I guess, animals, again, you're gonna see a lot of pictures with animals, but we're not doing them. This one, the blurs, the meshing, this one is really good, he's planning on some sort of attack, I guess, with a gun and like he's just planning something over here, like, and then you see countries and maps, I guess. This one, alright, we're done. Alright, you guys, so if you have any questions about your project, which you probably do, let me clear them. I'm gonna end the video very, very soon. right? Because I gotta go. Pretty sure you guys might have to go somewhere too. So we said, okay, so what kind of pictures do I need? I think you guys got the idea, right? So there will be an evaluation for it. Let me just look and see what the evaluation will say. I think the evaluation for this should be pretty simple. Let me just see. Alright, it's going to talk about balance and composition if you want, and then the second paragraph you're going to talk about the change in form narration. So try to tell some sort of story as well, guys. Don't just do it for just a project. Try to tell a story as well. Okay, look at the evaluation. Let me look at the project itself. So we're going to try to finish it off by this Tuesday. That's when Tuesday around 4ish hopefully. I'll make a second video explaining everything, how to do it. So again, creative side, creating a sort of hybrid and believable environment, basically. For example, one may remove arms from the figures and replace with tree branches. These new creatures should end up walking in the middle of the urban street. You should set up with the viewer some kind of narration, in other words, to tell a story, and absolutely no animal parts can be used. Right, so a few tips. So again, original student-made photographs, parts, locations. Before you begin, make sure it's Adobe RGB 1990 color space. This one should be 400 ppi. All the images should be sharp and focused. Have the lighting consistent. Everything's up in the top right. Have your background image taken first and determine the lighting for your figure and parts. The environment should relate to your hybrid. And then do the steps. Step number one: copy and paste the original photographic background image. 400 ppi. Create a new layer on top of this. Place one figure in this layer. Each figure should have its own layer. Create new layers to replace parts. So each figure should have its own layer. Create new layers to hold and replace parts to ease and move and transforming to the figure. So maybe one layer per parts, like one layer per like thing you're gonna stick on your body, I guess. Make one new layer. This should be last. The last layer is the one you'll use your shadows, and that will heighten the realistic feel. Yeah, we're gonna finish it by Tuesday. So that's the instructions. So now you're gonna say like, okay, so now I think I know what kind of pictures I need. So basically this is what you need. Take a picture, human, just normal human picture. That's one picture you'll need, obviously. Right, you're gonna get their arms and legs in there and everything. If your lighting's good. And then you're gonna take a picture kind of like this. Alright, and I'm downloading these twice, just so you guys can kind of get a look at it. Alright, how these are supposed to like kind of look like. And get that look feel for it, I guess. Alright. So basically, computer parts is one kind of image you guys could use, I guess. Alright? Yeah, computer parts, those would be okay if you'd want computer parts. So let's quickly take a look at them. So yeah, computer parts for sure. If you want to add computer parts to your body, and yeah, that's basically it. All right, you guys, we are done. All right, because I've got to go. All right, it's almost my o'clock. I have to leave. So I'll see you guys next time, and we'll do the project then. All right, see you guys.